What's up, everybody? It's Track King Racing. Sorry, it's been a while since I've updated my YouTube account, but I'm finally going to be able to bring some more videos back to you and give you kind of an update video on what's been going on with MR2 and what's taken me so long to get some content back up. So anyway, you're back in my dirty garage, taking a look at the build. So I guess I'm just going to start off with explaining what took so long to get the car back up and running and why all the changes and things like that. First off, I got involved with a person who was a sponsor and was helping me get a lot of parts for the car, in a much more cost-efficient way than buying them outright. And he ended up getting in some trouble with the law and ended up kind of screwing over a few people on some sponsorships, and didn't really go so well, and kind of left me hanging on the build with a lot of things that I needed and some things that weren't working, and just a lot. I mean, it still ended up working out well because I got a lot of things I may not have gotten had I would have not had that sponsor at all. But at the same time, it left the car in a place where I just wasn't financially able to get it back to the running point. I had invested a lot into that company and them being able to help me out, and they weren't able to follow through with it. So I've got a lot of people to thank for the last 8 months or so, maybe even longer, maybe even close to a year, that have been really coming through to help me get this car back up and running. Yes, even to the dyno. Yes, even driving on the road, which we'll show later. So first, I just want to talk about those people and talk about the parts that they kind of helped out with everything going on in the last year. One of the biggest contributors that's been truly helping getting this car running is Mark Panic with Panic Wiring. And that was huge because I was already kind of linked in with going with Link ECU and kind of working with them, thanks to Garage CRW, who kind of got me connected with Mark and helped me get that ball rolling. But now you can see we've got a beautiful Storm Link ECU in here with a beautiful Panic Wiring case. New jumper harness, which is kind of hard to see right there, but very nice stuff. I mean, absolutely quality product. Mark Panic, the Panic brothers, they are just like amazing people, and they have really helped me in so many ways get some connections to get this car back up and rolling, as well as working on the wiring harness for the 2ZZ swap and getting this new ECU inside of the car. And really, Link ECU is absolutely awesome as well because Jason at Link ECU has been helping me out with tunes, street tunes, startup tunes, every tune that you could possibly think of to try to make sure to get this car up and rolling. And really, it wasn't a struggle for him at all, whereas it's been a little bit of a struggle for people in the past. And without his help, we certainly wouldn't have gotten to the dyno, or I wouldn't be driving around as I am. And I just can't wait to continue working with them. They've been extremely helpful in this build. Some of the other things that are new, let's walk around here. So many new things. Now, mind you, not everything's finished. You know how this build is. Get a few things on and then finish it later on. But so this right here is the new top hat that I have from Border City Performance. David is an awesome guy. He helped me out with getting that top hat, new product that they're offering. So it's got a nice little metal hanger in there that allows me to hang a 450 E85 Walbro pump, which is going to do quite well for everything that we need. He also managed to grab me some injectors at a really great deal. 1000cc injectors that I have in there now, because the previous sponsor had really kind of, I don't know, either gave me horrible injectors or gave me the wrong type, but either way, they weren't what I needed. So that was a very helpful thing. Let's pop the lid here and take a peek. There's a lot of new things in here as well. another contributor that's always helped along the way, but helped in specifically once I needed some fuel parts was Midship Garage. They've got fuel lines, fuel regulator, and helped me out with some fittings and things like that. So this is kind of how the engine bay is set up now. Lighting in here isn't absolutely amazing, but got that fuel regulator there. Got all my lines set up right. Have my radium fuel filter down there. Return lines, radium rail, 1000cc injectors. Also, a lot of the fittings and some of the odds and ends that I needed came from a local race shop, Bradley's Automotive, and they are absolutely amazing people too. I mean, that's the coolest thing I think about getting in a build like this, where you start to involve other people, is that you really start to meet some fantastic people. And although you might get screwed every now and then, like I did, I think overall, I've met some really amazing people, and they've really come through to help. So I appreciate them as well. They're a local source here in North Carolina for awesome race goodies. But let's talk about some of the other things. So I also have this fan set up now, finally in play. I've been working on this for a while. The shroud is also from Midship Performance. And the fans are about a good, I believe, 10 inches or so. They might be 8 inches. Both of them are exhaust fans pulling out air running over the louvers. Helps draw that air out as well. The shroud helps keep kind of the water out of the no-no zones. But all in all, I had to do some extra protecting inside of here. So I usually have a cover right here that's from RHI Design. It's a carbon fiber cover that kind of covers that area, helps keep the water out of those plugs. And then I also ended up getting a water sock right here to go over the turbo guard on the comp turbo. Kind of help keep water out of there, which that is definitely a great solution for that. So let's see, a few other things that's happened. We hit the dyno. So that's a pretty exciting thing. Not only does she start and run, but she has been on the dyno now twice. Unfortunately, we haven't had the best dyno runs. First time we had some issues with fuel. We got that sorted thanks to the people that I've already mentioned. And then, we broke an axle on another dyno trip. So we're getting back to the dyno soon. We were able to do a 8,000 RPM pull, which was netting us the same amount of horsepower that we had gotten from full pulls in the past, which is nice. We know that the comp turbo is going to definitely deliver us more power, and it's delivering it better. But we just need to get into that 9K range, get all the way up the RPM range, and allow Jason from Link to do his full tuning. So as you can hear, whether we got to 9K or not, it was still awesome to be able to pull the car to 8K and slam the pedal down to the floor for pretty much the first time, feel confident in it, and really feel that power. It's an amazing sound, and sounds even better on the street. But yeah, it's pretty amazing to have had that experience on the dyno, and we can't wait to get back. Larry Dyno, which is with LSX Performance, and ECM tuning here local in Indian Trail. He's the one that I do all my dyno time with. He is an amazing guy, works really great with remote tuners, as he works mainly with LSX engines, larger engines like that. But it's been great having him work with Jason with Link ECU and getting the car all tuned up and making sure that she's safe on the dyno. But so other than that, I don't think there's been any other major additions. We did go back and get the car aligned with Soho Performance, which I really trust them for doing race alignments, understanding race specs and that sort of thing, which honestly I do not. They did a great job with it. She sits well. She rides smooth, 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 smooth. So I'm extremely happy with the alignment that they did. I really appreciate them. I'm glad that they're within like 2 miles of my home. Makes it very, very easy to go over there and get a race alignment for race days and go from there. So other than that, the big news on Instagram is I hit 10K followers, which is pretty crazy. And that's not something that I really care too much about. And I don't say that meaning like, oh, I don't care about it. I just mean to say that it was never my intent to get followers on Instagram. It was just a place for me to put up all my car stuff because people were getting sick of seeing it all the time on Facebook. So I'm just blown away that so many people enjoy the build. So many people have enjoyed, well, I wouldn't say enjoyed my struggle, but enjoy seeing the fact that, you know, you can struggle a lot with building something in your garage and slowly make that dream come true, no matter how hard it happens to be or how long it takes or how much money you don't have, but it needs. It's one of those things where we're just going to keep on pushing to make this happen. And hopefully, eventually, get to my fiance's car and put a 2ZZ in this too and start doing fun things with it. But all in all, super exciting to have 10K followers. I really, really appreciate anyone that's followed along with this build for as long as a lot of you guys have. Really appreciate people sharing the build, like Global Time Attack, Koenig, Boosted Cars, Comp Turbo, Panic. All those companies share the car all the time, and some of them are involved with the build and some of them aren't. Some of them just appreciate the fact that I'm on the struggle bus and trying to build a race car, and they see the effort and they're sharing it, and I just really appreciate that because it just is cool to get the car out there and have people seeing it and enjoying it at least some level. It's definitely a fun thing for me to go through. Other than that, the next step is getting this new transmission ready. It was black, dirty, black, horrible, black. I'm still pressure washing it multiple times, trying to clean it up. But that'll be the next transmission to go in here. My transmission will go into the MK1 over here once we get done finishing it up. But I'm hoping to get some gear sets in. I'm hoping to get some new synchros in, and hoping to build up that transmission, that C60, to be able to handle the power that we can produce out of this engine, which is a good 450, if not more, but 450 I think is a safe number on this platform for track use. So that's our goal, 450 horsepower, probably around 14 to 16 pounds of boost on race gas. I wouldn't run that high number on pump gas. We would just keep it at the lower tune then. So, but yeah, I think that's about it. Just wanted to update everyone, show everybody the dyno video, and I'm going to leave you with a video of me driving this bad boy on the road. So thank you guys so much for following. I appreciate everyone for their support. I'm going to get her on the track as